What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Hope you guys are all doing great. Always got to make sure that we're live because sometimes you just don't know if you're live or you're not live. For those watching the video after, that's why we kind of come on the video a little late because we're just trying to make sure that everything is working. Guys, if you can hear me and see me, hit the like button and let me know.
What's up, guys?
Oops. See, that's what happens is you get your audio hit back right at you and then you're just like, what is going on? But it's live, so who cares? That's just how things are. So in this video, we're talking about should you buy real estate now, today, or should you wait until 2022 and beyond? Because you might be wondering, is there a crash coming? Are prices going down? Are they going to cool down? What's going to happen? That's what you might be wondering. And in this video, we're not just talking about should you buy a house. We're talking about should you buy a personal house. Then we're talking about should you buy real estate investments, commercial real estate and residential real estate. So I'm going to give you both takes. I'm a commercial real estate agent. I also invest heavily in residential real estate. That's how I began my career flipping real estate for going on to 6 years now. And most importantly, that is really how I began into real estate. So we're talking about commercial real estate and residential real estate investments. And then we're also talking about your personal house, if you should buy now or wait. Both sides. That's what we're doing. We already got everybody jumping in. This is awesome. What's going on? What's going on? Johnny Ko is saying he's still waiting for that UFC cage match, Karam, ready to TKO you. Look, Johnny, your name just makes me want to TKO you. Just messing with you. I'm excited. Let's see how things go, and I promise you we'll be in that cage one day. But I don't know UFC. I'm thinking more boxing. But it doesn't matter. So many people are getting caught up with the should you buy now or wait mentality. Do you guys agree with me? Too many people are getting caught up with that. Now, as you're watching this video, I need you to please comment below what state and city you live in. I'm in Dallas, Texas. So when I give you guys information and stuff, it's based off of Dallas, Texas. Of course, I have knowledge in other areas, but everything that I do is in Dallas, Texas. So I speak solely on that. And then I have a glimpse here and a glimpse there and a glimpse there from what I read. But I want you to comment below what state and city you're from. Now, you might have that mentality of, should I buy now or should I wait? Should I wait for the crash? Should I wait for prices to go down? Should I wait for things to cool down? Should I wait for a shift? Should I wait and should I wait and should I wait? If you guys are on that boat or in that boat, I want you to hit that like button and then I want you to comment and say that you are in that boat because so many people are in that boat. And the truth is, you should not be in that boat because I'm going to give you the answers on why you shouldn't be in that boat. Guys, I'm sharing with you from my experiences, from what I do as a real estate agent, as a real estate investor, as hopefully a future real estate developer currently working on a very unique development that I'm working on every single day. If you notice gray hairs, it's because of that. But that is why I'm telling you that you shouldn't be in that mentality of should you buy now or should you wait. And in this video, you're going to get that answer. We got everybody dropping in their comments. Everybody's sharing what they have. Keep in mind that when you comment something, I will answer it. I'm going to scroll back up at the end of this video. Before we close it off, I'm going to scroll back up, read what you say, and answer that for you. So don't worry if you don't see me answering right now. I just want to stay on topic. That's why. My voice is feeling like it's going already. Barely even began. It's already going. Makes no sense, right? Okay. The truth is, here's the answer for those who like to get answers real quick. Should you buy real estate now or should you wait? And the answer is you should not wait. You should buy real estate now, but there is stipulations on how you should buy it. And that's what I'm going to give you answers on. So no, you shouldn't wait. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't wait. Now, you got to understand a couple things before you even get into this video. I'm sharing with you why you shouldn't wait. This is coming from me, who purchased his personal home. Karam purchased his personal home in December 2020. Prices were in the sky. Sorry if you have earphones on and I just made you deaf. This is coming from Karam, from somebody who's bought multiple real estate investments in 2020 and in 2021. This is coming from someone who is usually, Karam, extremely conservative and safe. If you've ever done business with me or have been a business partner with me, you know how conservative and safe I am, except in the stock market. That's a different story. I'm not conservative and safe there. I'm the all-in kind of guy, and that's kind of bad in the stock market, but it is what it is. And on top of all of that, this is coming from someone, Karam, who believes the market will take a turn and go down. So someone who's bought his personal home in 2020, someone who's bought personal investments in 2020 and 2021, someone who's very conservative and safe, and somebody who believes the market's going to go down is still telling you that you should not wait. Okay, let me share a story with you. I know everybody loves story time, so I'm going to share a story with you. You guys can get some popcorn or get your milk if you want to go to sleep. It's story time. I began investing in real estate when I was 18 years old. And when I began investing in real estate at 18 years old, I got into the foreclosure market. I would go to the courthouse steps, which is right there. That's actually a picture of the first house that ever flipped. Not the house itself, but the courthouse I bought that house from. I found that picture inside the house that I bought to flip. So I was like, hey, this is a real nice picture. Let me save it. That's it right there. At 18 years old, I touched that. Found it in the house. Now, this foreclosure property or this foreclosure business that I got into at 18 years old, I done it for multiple years before I even became a real estate agent. I would buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses a month, remodel, flip, remodel, flip, remodel, flip. Hindsight, I wish I never flipped or sold them. I wish I held them. But I was flipping at that time. Now, after flipping for years, 2017 came, the year 2017. And the talk of 2017 was, be careful. The real estate market's been going up and up and up and up, and it's just been going up. You got to be careful, Karam. The market might crash. Real estate agent that I was working with advised me literally, be careful. People I'm talking to in big shots in real estate, be careful. So the talk was be careful. So I said, look, I haven't been in real estate for that long to not be careful or to say, no, it's not going to crash. So I took 6 months off. I said, I'm going to be careful. Let's give it 6 months. Let's see if the market does crash. 6 months later, nothing happened. In fact, prices just kept going up and up and up. And I'm like, I'm going to sit on the sidelines for this long. I lost 6 months. I lost 10, 15, 20 house flips. I lost a couple $100,000 in net profit. Why am I just waiting on the side? Be careful. The market's going to crash. What does that mean? Just keep waiting my whole life for it to crash? It didn't make sense. Now, imagine if I listened and I never hopped back in to investing in real estate in 2017 because the market was supposed to crash. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Literally, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. That's a story of a personal experience on listening to someone when they said the market's going to crash, lost 6 months, thankfully not more, only to realize 2020, 2021, the market has been the hottest it's ever been, ever. 4 years of I could have not been flipping, and 4 years of I could have been wasting a lot of time, and 4 years I could have lost out on millions of dollars. The moral of the story, guys, timing is extremely difficult in anything. Real estate, the stock market, the economy, in general, anything. And many people that I work with, many successful people in real estate, many successful people in life that I personally know and work with, literally tell me, I got lucky. I got lucky with my real estate purchases, with my real estate sales, with my stock market purchases, my stock market sales, my businesses in general. I got lucky. Even though they worked their face off, they work so hard, day in and day out, they still tend to say that they got lucky. Let me ask you this. Lucky for some people might be offensive. I didn't get lucky. I worked my face off. That's not the truth. You working your face off is one part of it. Being lucky is another part of it. Guys, you have to understand there's something called being at the right place at the right time. Selling at the right time. Buying at the right time. Showing up at the right place. That is truth and that is luck. Not everybody can predict that a crash is coming. Not everybody can predict that a boom is coming. Guys, this is just how it is. I know people who own real estate in the worst parts of town, literally the worst parts of town. Out of nowhere, the property value shot up in the sky. They owned either houses or commercial properties, maybe as investments, maybe as owner users, and their property values shot up. You know why? Because the Dallas Cowboys decided to build their stadium in Arlington, Texas, where those houses and those commercial real estate properties were, and overnight the values exploded. A house worth 50 became 100. A lot that's 1 acre that was worth 150, 200 became worth 7, 800,000 because now the Cowboy Stadium needs more parking, because now people want to open and build businesses there. Demand surged. Did they get lucky, or were they just smart? Did they get lucky, or was their efforts and their purchases there was timed and they knew it? Well, they got lucky. Even the biggest real estate tycoons today will say they bought their property for 30 mil, sold it for 38 million. They got lucky. Yes, they used their knowledge. Yes, they worked hard. Yes, they put effort, but they got lucky because they were able to sell before the pandemic came and before the markets completely got shot, because they were able to do something before something else bad happened. They got lucky. This video is titled literally, should you buy now or wait until 2022 and beyond? Buy real estate in general, commercial and residential, your personal house or investments. This is what I'm trying to get to, is there is no right time to make a purchase. You'll never know 2008 is coming. You'll never know if the market's going to crash. You'll never know when. Right now, many people say that we're in overtime. Quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 ended. Now we're in OT, overtime, in the real estate market specifically. And it's due for a correction. It's due to crash. Okay. When is that due to crash? In 2025? 2022? 2028? Do I just wait and not jump in and not make a move because I'm waiting and hoping for it to crash? Or do I make a move and just make sure that I made the right move, the right investment? Are you following me, guys? If you're following me, I would really appreciate a like. We got a lot of people on this live stream. We don't got that many likes. If you're getting value on a Saturday, you are hustlers right now joining in. If you're getting value, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. I want to see at least 20 people hit that like button. So you being that person as one of them, please hit it and let me look at those numbers going up. So here's as what you guys are looking for after I shared with you some stories, here's my personal take on buying personal house or investment properties. Your personal house or investment. Personal homes, I got to get this out the way. I do not consider an investment at all. If the house that Karam likes, that I like, is for $1 million more than what it's actually worth, if at that moment I can support it financially, I'm comfortable, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, I will pay $1 million more. That's a little bit of exaggeration, but you guys get the point. I don't care to get a good deal on a house for myself personally that I'm going to live in, build my family in, and enjoy myself in. I just don't. So right now, if you're looking to buy a house in this overpriced market, I bought in it. Focus on finding the right house that you're in love with. Focus on looking at your numbers and your finances. Can you afford it? Is this a good time? Is my lease about to expire? Have we outgrown where we live right now? Is my rent due? Rent basically meaning, is your term about to finish for your rent in an apartment or a house? Find out all those answers. And if you can afford it, make the move. Make the transition. You can be waiting years for a crash to happen. You can be in a market that is crash proof, because there's some markets that are so strong that really even if a crash happens, that area or that market barely gets affected. Don't keep waiting. When I found the house I'm living in right now, I was like, that is the house. Charge me a premium, I don't care, right? Because I knew that's the house that I want. I knew that's the amount of garages I want. That's the layout that I want. That's the area that I want. I knew that. And keep in mind, you can still find a good deal. You can still find the house that you want with a good deal. I did that for the house I live in right now. But guess what? Even if I had to overpay 30, 40, 50 grand for this house that I live in, I would have done it. Yes, I got a good deal, but I still would have done it because I didn't care at that point. If I didn't get in the door early, talk to the agent, make that relationship quick, I would have had to pay that premium, and I didn't mind to do that. So guys, your personal home is not an investment. If you're financially ready and comfortable and safe, stop waiting for a crash. I don't care if you bought your house tomorrow and then the market crashed 5, 10, 15%. Your plan was never to sell. Ride it out and wait for the market to go back up. The only person that should be scared is the person who's planning to buy and sell within a year. Now, if unforeseen circumstances happen and you have to sell the next month, then that's on you. That's just life. You can't expect that or see that. But keep in mind that the loss that you take is just life. There's nothing you can do about it. And if you want to mitigate that loss, rent the property out until the market's back up. That's for a personal home. Okay? Now here's my take on investment properties. Whether it's residential or commercial, your goal ultimately is to find a good deal. In a crashed market, in an up market, it doesn't matter. Your goal is to find a good deal. In this booming market and in a crashing market, that's what you want, right? Now, if the big real estate tycoons, the REITs and the hedge funds and the big time investors were to hold off on making purchases because they predict a crash coming, which many do, they'd be in the hole with interest payments, with debts, with investors asking, why am I getting no returns? They got to keep moving and rotating the money. There's no choice. Does that mean they're buying bad assets? No. But that means that they're still making movement happen. They're still doing it because they believe you can't just stop. Even if you know a crash is coming, you don't know when. How are you going to hold off for a couple of years? So it doesn't work. Keep in mind, guys, when buying an investment, you look at the following things. You look at the pricing. Is it good or is it bad? You look at the terms. Are there good leases? In commercial real estate, you look at the terms, making sure that the leases are strong, they're credible, they got guarantees, they have finances that are strong. In residential, you look at the lease, you make sure they've been qualified, you make sure they're paying rent on time, you make sure that there's good terms. You look at the property, how's the condition? Do I got to spend so much money to bring it up to code, or is it good? And you look at your plan, do you want to flip it or do you want to hold it? And that ultimately decides for you if you want to make that investment. And let's be honest, if you buy commercial real estate and your leases are strong, more than likely your tenants are going to stay in place even if a market does go down. They're going to continue paying because they're obligated to do so. So if you bought this retail center today and the market crashes next year, they still got to abide by the lease. It's not their choice to just say, I'm not going to pay you rent. So you're basically betting that those leases are going to do good. Yes, the market can crash and some can file bankruptcy and some can leave. I understand that. But that's what you're betting on. And keep in mind, make sure your center's in a good area where occupancy can always be filled, where there's demand for restaurants. Restaurants are literally recession-proof from what it's been and through the pandemic. People love food and people want food no matter what. So guys, also realize that you make sure you got good reserves. You got a good cash pile in case a market does go down. You make sure your debts are not too high on the property. You make sure you're not over-leveraged too much. I'm saying buy in a market that we're in right now, even though it's very expensive, but I'm also telling you be extremely safe. I'm also telling you take your precautions. I'm also telling you to not over-leverage yourself and put yourself in the hole, right? Be safer than you would in a market that you already noticed crashed. Because right now we expect a crash to happen, but I would never stop purchasing a good deal because I'm expecting a crash to come. Because even a good deal stays a good deal when a market crashes. Let me repeat that. Even a good deal stays a good deal even when the market crashes because you did your due diligence, you checked all the terms and all the leases and everything, and you made sure that you're buying it for the right price, and you made sure you can survive even if the market were to crash. And if you're buying residential, as you all know, everybody needs a roof over their head. So really when you talk about buying residential investments like multifamily, quadplexes, triplexes, duplexes, single family doors, half plexes, whatever, even when you say you're buying that and the market does crash, you can always rent it. It's even easier than commercial because residential, everybody needs a roof over their head to live. So you can always rent it out, even if you got to take a hit. Literally, even if you got to take a hit, you can still make it happen. But guess what? It just matters on how you're making the purchase. Is it a good deal or is it a bad deal, right? And keep in mind, residential right now, there's wait lists in apartments. People can't even get a place to rent. So you're in the money. And if the market crashes, there's still going to be a lot of demand for renting because people are going to probably lose their homes. Need to rent. You guys following? So there you have it, guys. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to ask me or debate me why you think that's wrong, why you think that's right. Did you vibe with it? Did you like it? If you guys got value, I want you to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. I want to see 10 more likes. The likes are going up and I appreciate that, but I want to see just 10 more, not that much, right? I know you guys can do it. Debate me and ask. I gave you in this video why you should not wait until 2022 or beyond to buy residential real estate, commercial real estate, or your personal real estate, investments, or your personal residence. I told you you should not wait. And I gave you the examples on why you shouldn't. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. Comment below, comment and talk to me right now. This is why I go live, so we can bounce off each other. I literally go live so we can just chat with each other and so you guys can get value from me. This is why I do what I do. I'm jumping right now into all of your comments and I'm going to see what you guys got going on. All right, Dallas in the house. Dallas, wow, we got a lot of people. What's up, James? All right, Johnny says, California Bay Area, looking into DFW area. Do you see residential pricing improving in 2023? Thanks, brother. When you say improving, do you mean going lower? 2023 is the time frame where we're expecting interest rates to go up. And I do know that when interest rates go up, pricing will be more competitive and go down because you're going to have higher rates, higher mortgages. So it's a matter of when interest rates go up, and that's going to offset the market. That's what I believe. And also supply is huge. Right now, supply is low. So by 2023, at the pace we're going at right now, builders can't keep up. So it's going to be tough to make that answer. Peter, seeing a lot more price drops in DFW, wanting to buy a personal home, $700,000 to $900,000 range. Agree. Peter, first thing you should do is reach out to me on Instagram, on YouTube, on anywhere, and tell me, hey, I'm looking to buy a house, and how can I help you? How can I help you? Because I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'd love to help you out. That's number one. Number two, I do see a lot more price drops. I do see a lot more price reductions. Also, days on the market longer. And I'm noticing that. It just depends what pocket, though. But I do agree with that. And that's a sign that things are kind of slowing down a bit, right? Okay. Carlos, Chino Hills, California. I'm in that boat. Awesome. So he's in that boat, meaning that he doesn't know if he should buy now or if he should wait. I hope the video helped you. Austin, what's your best suggestion to obtain a $75,000 to $100,000 loan? Austin, my best suggestion is make sure that you have income that shows that you can qualify for that. And then make sure you have a down payment that you can put 3.5% down, 5% down, 10% down of the $75,000 or $100,000 so the bank can fund the rest. If those two are not an option, family and friends. Raise the money. If the investment makes sense, bring in a partner. Say, I bring the deal, you bring the money. Pitch it, sell it, let them believe it, show them the numbers, and that's how you can do it. Tacticus, hard loans are coming and easy money is almost over. Ooh, easy money has been the name literally the last year or two. Tacticus, how much reserves did you have after the purchase? Tacticus, let's just say I purchased a property for $300, I would more than likely put 10% reserves. And I know that's a lot. 10%, which is $30,000. I know that's a lot, but it varies investment to investment. This purchase specifically, I would put $30,000. And it's just land. All right. If I were to buy a shopping center, reserves that I would put would depend. I'd look at the AC, the HVAC systems, which is the AC units. I'd look at the tenants' leases. Are they about to expire? For broker fees that I'm going to have to pay. I'd look at the mortgage every month and how much, if a tenant were to get out, I'd be vacant for 3 months, 6 months. I would do all that math and I would put reserves of 3 to 6 months. That's what I would do. And the problem with that is you have to account for that in your investment because that's frozen money because you want to be safe. So if the investment's a 12% return cash on cash, you better be accounting the cash on cash for the cash that's sitting in the reserves that you promised to not touch or move to another investment. That's important. Tacticus, they got a tax deal too, but you can overpay. You can always overpay, but the goal is to not overpay. And in an expensive market like this, you can consider overpaying, but if the numbers make sense, they make sense. Philip, how old do I need to be to invest in real estate? Really at 18 years old when you can sign contracts. But if you have parents, family members, etc., you can do it at 5 years old. You just got to bring the deal and let them run it, but you kind of guide them on how to run it. Blessed Mama, Houston, Texas, not moving anywhere. Old house in disrepair. Cannot afford to move even with pay increase. Old house in disrepair. So can you take out a loan and basically do the repairs with that loan on your house. Maybe a second mortgage on it. Maybe do a cash out refinance. Take out some equity so you can repair the home. That's if you decide you want to sell it. Maybe it can raise the value. Even you have a pay increase and you can't afford it. Why would you want to move? If the house is in disrepair, try to take out some equity as a cash out refinance and then repair it and then see from there. Why would you want to move? Peter, I'm looking at Prosper and Salina. Ooh, the two most beautiful areas. Also Frisco, 700 to 900,000. You can get in Frisco a really pretty house. Peter, how big of a house are you looking for? 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. How big of a lot? 2-car garage, 3-car garage. Tell me the details. How about San Francisco Bay Area, especially Fremont and nearby places? I wish I can tell you. I know San Francisco is very expensive. I know that Silicon Valley area over there is like the hub for tech in the world over there. So I know it's expensive. I know people who are making a couple $100,000 there can honestly hardly live because prices are that ridiculous. But I don't know enough to tell you more than that. The fascinating millionaire. I'm watching this to grow my knowledge even though I'm not living in the USA. It's okay because a lot of what I'm sharing applies to living in Canada, overseas, wherever. You can just take it and then apply it to where you live. Also, eviction moratorium ended in Cali. What's the after effect? So we're not really seeing a massive after effect when the eviction moratorium ended, at least from what I'm noticing. We're seeing a lot of landlords just trying to work with the tenants. We're seeing a lot of landlords just go and evict. And we're seeing those landlords either list the property for sale or re-rent it. But there isn't really much like a crazy after effect now. But it also does take time. The courts are backed up. The timings are not that quick. So it takes time for this to flow. You're going to need 6 months to 18 months probably until we actually see a massive after effect or an eviction wave that many people speak about and that I've spoken about. Peter, 3-car garage, 4K square feet with outdoor pool and kitchen. So you're wanting to basically get that banger house. You can get it. You're going to probably need a 1/4 of an acre lot, if not a little bit more for that. So you just don't get crammed in the backyard or the front yard. But you can do it. Peter, send me a message. I'd love to send you some automatic emails of houses in the areas that you like. Salina, Prosper, Frisco, kind of the North Dallas areas. And I can do that. If you go to my YouTube, you go to my About, I have my email on there. Shoot me an email or go to my Instagram. I'm going to put it for you right here. Instagram. Send me a private message. I will take care of you. Maybe we'll make a YouTube video with you and put it on YouTube on how the process went. And show your house. Make a tour on it. Awesome. All right, guys, that's what we have for today. This live stream, nice, 30 minutes. Awesome. Huge blessing. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for watching, for supporting. I upload 3 times every week. I want you to hit that subscribe button. It's for free. And most importantly, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button if you got value. It's a Saturday. It's 12:34 p.m. Me and you, we're out here hustling. We're out here giving value to each other. We're out here debating. Give me a like for doing so. I'd really appreciate it. It motivates me. Any last questions before I hop off? AOS, if the stock market crashes this month, the way some are forecasting, we will see the housing market follow. Stock market, really everybody follows the stock market. If it crashes, the world panics, everybody crashes. So there's a lot to have to do with it. Javis, I put offers to buy a home in CA, California from May to July. None went through. I renewed my lease and decided to wait. Last week I lost my job after 3 years working at a company. I'm glad I didn't buy a home. That's why I always share. Make sure your finances are good. So many people just say, I got a great job. I'm making 15 grand a month. I can afford the home. But you got no reserves in the bank. You got $4,000 in the bank and your mortgage is $3,000. How are you going to live if you lose your job? I say in a market like this, you got to have 6 months to 12 months minimum of reserves in case you lose your job. Just like that happened to you, Jabez. And I'm sorry for that. Hopefully things get better for you. But it's a blessing that you did not buy a home. I agree. Bitcoin. That's another story right there. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love to everybody. And I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for hitting the like button. And I'm out. Peace.